All right, Shalom. It's like I was sitting outside in the garage about to do the lesson. All right, yeah, about to do the lesson. And all of a sudden, I've been out there all morning, and I've been quiet all morning. As soon as I was about to start the lesson, my neighbor's gonna go ahead and start cutting the grass, which is Satan. But nevertheless, we'll hop straight into it. I don't intend on this to be long, but whatever the Lord got, we'll roll with it. But most importantly, Lord willing, this lesson do be edifying. But first and foremost, with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles. And that was a great millstone. And peace and blessings to all you Joachim out there who pushing his word with truth and sincerity. And as well as all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And real briefly, I want to go into another lesson. Like I said, I don't intend on this to be long, but I'm in the book of Judges right now. Back and forth from the book of Judges. That's what I'm studying right now, and also the book of Sirach. I think I'm in like Sirach 25 maybe, and I'm Judges chapter 9, I believe. But nevertheless, I read Judges 8 earlier, and it's funny how you could read, or not just read, but you could read one word or one small sentence in the scriptures, and it could give you a thought for a full lesson. Or if it ain't reading, you could listen to the videos of the apostles, elders, bishops, or brothers, and they say one little thing, and that could spark or give you the inspiration to do a lesson. But I was reading a book of Judges, and I was on a part, dealing with the history concerning Gideon. And at the time, Gideon became our leader, and he got us from under the hand of the Midianites. And when he got the two kings, Zeba, I believe, Zeba and Zalmunna, when he got them two kings, he pretty much asked them that why they killed some people in Tabor, and how they looked or whatever. And we'll probably get it. And one thing he said, the two kings said, he said they look like kings just like you do. So they told Gideon that. He was like, yeah, they look like kings just like you do, or son of kings just like you do. And Gideon said, yeah, because that was my brothers. But the point was, when they said that, that got me thinking about Yahawashi and us. Yahawashi 144,000, but even more so the whole nation of Israel, which we know today it will be mainly consist of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which we've been scattered for many years. So the Israelites, we will look like other nations. But nevertheless, what I want to touch on, and then I got to thinking of Sirach, the 10th chapter, which we'll go ahead and get that right now. Sirach 10, how it said that however the king is, so will his governors be, right? However the king is, so will his governors be. However Yahawashi gonna be, so is his governing body gonna be, the 144,000. But then it's gonna go on and say, and however the ruler is, so will the people of the city be, man. So when you consider Yahawashi a perfect man, when you consider Yahawashi, we talking about everything in perfection. If how you create players on Madden and 2K, you put all the attributes on 99, right? That's Yahawashi. All this attributes on 100. I would say, but they on 100, not they on 100. So therefore, the nation, we gonna be made just like the Lord, man. In the beginning, how I said, let us make man in our image, right? The Israelites will be made in the image of Yahawashi once we get in the kingdom. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna look just like the Lord. No, he looked like his father, talking about as far as physical looks go. The Lord gonna beautify us as well. We're gonna have our own looks, and I don't know if we're gonna have these faces, but upgraded. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna look completely different, but I'm talking about perfection and being like Yahawashi is what? We're gonna have the laws and us like him. Decision making will be A1, judgment, mercy, charity, a king's priest, and most importantly, accepted in the sight of the Most High Yahweh, man. And look, everything that Yahawashi was given from his father, guess what? We gonna be given that as well. Let me get this real quick. This is Sirach the 10th chapter. And like I said, this is sparked my spirit to want to get this. I was reading Judges, the 8th chapter, which I'm gonna get that in a few. And what they told Gideon, you know. But let's read this real quick because this is exactly how it's gonna be for the Israelites. And really, that's how it is now. How we see the ruler of this world, Esau Edom, that's the reason that these people is a world full of degenerates walking around, because the king of the world is a low life himself. But let's read this. This is Sirach, the 10th chapter, and the first verse. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. You see, how, and that's the thing. You see, the cabinet of a prudent man will be well ordered. You know how the presidents nowadays got their cabinet, like Biden. You know, Joe Biden got his cabinet, but all in his. Not talking about a cabinet like in a kitchen, but you see his governing body. You know, but in there he got rainbow flag supporters. He got transformers. He got small hats. He got all type of different nations and people with different beliefs. And that's confusion. Yahawashi, when he set up his government, guess what? It's gonna be 144 men just like him, just like him, who will make the same decisions and judgments he would make, man. To where he ain't got to worry about if he ain't there what they gonna do. No, because it's gonna be in us to please the Lord. Remember, the law is gonna be in us as Israelites. I don't know how that's gonna be. You know how now we gotta remember, you know, certain, say, you going out and it might hit you. Oh, it's Shabbat today. We gonna have to, we have to remember. Oh, Shabbat might slip our mind. Or we may have to try to keep this and try to keep that. No, in the kingdom, it ain't gonna be no try to keep nothing. Ain't no remembering nothing. We gonna just do it, man. So therefore, how it's gonna be. I remember the apostle Tahar said this first. He said it's gonna be a bunch of many most highs walking around in the kingdom. It's gonna be a bunch of many most highs walking around in the kingdom. That's exactly how it's gonna be, man. Just as Yahawashi is, that's how we gonna be. And it's wild to say that now while we, in these little chains of darkness, brothers or sisters probably listening right now, y'all probably, sniffing and sneezing, you know, stomach hurting, head hurting. You see, you got all these problems. Just to know one day we gonna be beamed up out of, and Lord willing, wear that number, but we gonna be beamed up out of here. This body gonna be left. We gonna go into a new body, and from that point on, we literally ain't. Oh, that's another thing on how we gonna be like Yahawashi. We ain't ever gonna die again. What he said. I like how he put this. Revelation 1. This also how we gonna be like Yahawashi. We're gonna go back to Sirach 10. We're gonna go back to Sirach 10. I want to get that Judges 8 real quick, which is just one precept, but that's what gave me the inspiration. I want to do this lesson. Where is that? When he said, yep, here it is. Check this out. This is Yahawashi. This is Revelation chapter 1. And verse 17, it says, I'll be smiling when I be reading Yahawashi words. It says that when I saw him, talking about the Apostle John, I fell at his feet, and at his is talking about our Lord Yahawashi. So when the apostle seen him, he fell, right, and worshiped to him. It says, and I fell at his feet as dead, and he laid his right hand upon me, saying unto me, fear not, I am the first and the last, right? Yahawashi is, if you want to know what an Israelite gonna be like in the kingdom, when you know how Balaam said, let my last end be like the righteous. If anybody want to know what an Israelite gonna be like in the kingdom, guess who the prototype? Yahawashi, man. Because his whole story, we had to live out, all Israelites had to live out this story of the Lord. That the Lord lived out first. Had to come down in many reincarnations, suffer. Although the Lord chose you, had to come down and suffer many times, you know. Then eventually at the end, you're going to get the blessing that the Lord had promised at the end, man. We are going through the same thing right now as we speak. and we gonna be made like him. We literally living out Yahawashi's story. He did it first. Matter of fact, let me get this, and I'm gonna get one more precept. We're gonna go back to Sirach 10. But this is what I wanted in verse 18. It says, I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore. That's the point I wanted. That's another thing that we gonna receive because Yahawashi got it. It's everlasting life. It says to rob and have the keys of hell and of death. But let me get this to show we literally living the story that Yahawashi lived first. I believe it's Romans 8:28. Let's get this real quick, and we're gonna go back to Sirach 10. This Romans 8, and I'm gonna start at let's see, Romans 8:28. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to his purpose. It says, it's the point, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn amongst many brethren. Let's get another translation. NLT, check this out. Romans 8:29 NLT. For the Most High knew his people in advance, and he chose them to become like his son. You see that? So we are gonna be like Yahawashi, like Mike, the movie with Lil Bow Wow, when he found the Jordans, the Michael Jordan shoes hanging from the line. And he put them on. He started playing like Jordan, and every time he put them on, he said, "Make me like Mike." Right? Every Israelite, we gonna be made like Yahawashi. You know the little wristbands Christians used to have. They used to have them when I was younger. WWYD. No, WWJD. Right? What would Jesus do? Right? We gonna WWYD every day in the kingdom. We gonna do what Yahawashi would do every day in the kingdom, and that's a gift in itself. It says Romans 8:29 NLT, for the Most High knew his people in advance, and he chose them to become like his son. And see, that's the thing. Yahawashi was made in the image of the Most High, and we made in the image of Yahawashi, man. And ultimately, by default, we made in the image of the Lord, being like Yahawashi. But that's the chain of things. It says, for the Most High knew his people in advance, and he chose them to become like his son, so that his son would be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. You read the KJV, it says brothers, but for the whole nation. So now let's go back to Sirach 10, right? Sirach 10, real quick. And one, it says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Verse 2 and 3 is the point. As the judge of the people is himself, right? As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. We got to stop that first. Who the officers? Who gonna be the officers in the kingdom of heaven? The 144,000. Just like it was said about Moses when he had the elders. I believe Joshua, and I believe it was like 70 elders, if I'm not mistaken. But the Most High took Moses' spirit and put it on those elders' spirit. Another example, King Solomon. The spirit that Solomon had, his officers under him, his advisors, had that same wisdom. Hence to why Rehoboam, his decision making, not listening to Solomon's advisors, is the reason that the kingdom split, the 12 tribes split. But the point is, as those former kings was, the Lord put that spirit on the men under him, his officers. Yahawashi. Yahawashi, his spirit was put on the apostles on down, man. Even today, what you see today with these camps, the leaders of these camps, their spirit is on the camp. For example, look at Alazar Sakari, that, I rep Hoover. You see? That gangster and that thug mentality, right? That's from the leader. Matter of fact, Man, the brother Shamala was texting, his couple dudes in Sakara, but you look at their IG, you wouldn't even think they pushed the word. You would think they some type of drill rapper, and from Chicago or the brothers UK or something. Right, but they get that from the leader. Go to IUIC, the pride of, you should still show respect, but speaking truth, the pride of Bishop Nate, man. And the glitz and the glamour, and look at the camp. Pride and glitz and glamour. You look at General Yohana and tough and macho man and the biker boy attitude, and right, that's ISUPK. But you look at Great Millstone, what the apostles all about, pushing the word. That's it, prophecy, pushing the word, fearing the Lord. And you look at brothers and look at the body. What is the main focus? Pushing the word, fearing the Lord, being serious about this work, man. So therefore, when we get in the kingdom, the nation of Israel, we're gonna be like our Lord. Verse 2, Sirach 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So the manner of man that Yahawashi gonna be is the manner of man we gonna be as Israelites. Right? Now, let me snag this real quick before I get to that. Before I get to that Judges. So how Yahawashi gonna be? That's what we waiting on. We waiting on that change. I think Job said it. He said, "All my life will I wait on my change to come?" We still wait on that change to this day, but it's that change to be made in the image like the man himself. This is Philippians the third chapter, and I'm gonna start up. Philippians the third chapter, and I'm gonna start out one verse. And verse 20. We will read 20 and 21. Philippians 3 and 20 and verse 20. For our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. Right? Subject matter, we looking for the coming of Yahawashi. For what purpose? Verse 21. Who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able to subdue all things, even unto himself. So that's the purpose of the Most High sending his son back. First and foremost, to claim everything that's given to him, like Psalms the second chapter say, which in Revelation the second chapter, everything he said he got, he gonna bless us with it. Right? But nevertheless, to change his people, man, to make us like him. That's for the story's sake. And really, that's for all, that's the blessing. The blessing that the nation of Israel got is being made like Yahawashi, the covenants, everything. Even the covenant that's being made like Yahawashi, because he the first one, with the laws in him. But the point is, um, I forget the point. I got thoughts running through my mind, going fast. But Philippians 3, we're gonna start at 20 again. We're gonna read them together. Philippians 3 and 20. It says, "For our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahawashi, Mashiach, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body." We're gonna be changed to be like him. It says, according, and therefore we're gonna be able to judge. You see, we're gonna be able to rule nations now. Hey, being over the resources in the earth. I remember the Elder Ariala said this, and I was like, damn, that is a big task. When he was going into how people, it was years ago, he was going into how people downplay governing and ruling and how much and a king is dealing with on a daily. But the thing he was saying was that man, my thoughts keep slipping. Man, so like I got all kind of thoughts running through my mind. uh Man, Lord willing to come back to me. Man, I wanted to make a point real quick. Anyway, let's read. It says, verse 21, who shall change our vile body that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able to subdue all things, even unto himself. Man, what is that thought? Anyway, let's get this in Judges real quick. So I was reading Judges earlier, and I read this, and this what made me think about us being like Yahawashi. I'm talking about down to the apparel, to our body, the DNA being changed, even to what we're gonna have as far as um resources, land and cattle. Not saying we're gonna be on the same level. All Israelites gonna have different statuses and levels, but we all gonna be made to be as kings and priests. All because he is. That's Revelation the 5th chapter as well. Because he gave that sacrifice, now we able to be blessed. So anyway, going back to the book of Judges, I was reading this, and it was going into Gideon, the history at the time of Gideon. Now, when he caught these two kings of Midian, Zebah and Zalmunna, right? Which I thought that was funny. Zalmunna, you got one of those, when all that beef was going on in Chicago with Chief Keef and all, you had a nigga named Zalmunna, which I don't know. I should have went into it to see what it mean, but you got a lot of niggas nowadays who got like nicknames, rap names, but it go back to a lot of wicked people in the scriptures. Certain names. But anyway, that was, just something I kind of caught when I was reading earlier. But Gideon caught these two kings of Midian. And one thing he gonna ask them is, why y'all killed the people, or tell me about the people that y'all killed in Tabor. What type of people they was? And a response, what they gonna say is exactly how it's gonna be for all us in Israel. Let me get this real quick, and I'm gonna wind it down. This is Judges chapter 8. And I'm gonna start at verse 17, and it says, and he beat down the tower of Penuel, and slew the men of the city. Verse 18. And then, talking about Gideon, then said he unto Zebah and Zalmunna, what manner of men were they whom ye slew at Tabor? So he asked them what type of people it was who y'all killed at Tabor. It says, and they answered, as thou art, so were they. Each one resembled the children of a king. Let's read that again. And it's like I said earlier, sometimes we could just hear one word, or a brother could say something, and it spark our spirit to, do a lesson, and precepts start coming to mind. Well, that's what happened when I read this. I, kind of thought of what we going into. Gideon asked these two kings of the heathen what type of people it was that y'all killed not too long ago. And they said, just like you is, they was the same people. Y'all, they look like children of a king too. Well, right, just as the people in the kingdom, when Israelites rule, as they gonna see Yahawashi, they're gonna respect all Israelites as a king, man, as the king. Even when they see our little newborn children, they go bow down to them too. Let me see what that's saying in another translation. This Judges 8 and 18. Man, Lord willing, that thought come back to mind that I was going into with the Elder Ariala, what he said a while back with the king. Slipped my mind. But this Judges 8 and 18 in the NLT, it says, then Gideon asked Zebah and Zalmunna, the men you killed at Tabor, what were they like? And this is what they said. Like you, they replied, they all had the look of a king's son. And ain't no king's son about to, no, they looked a certain type of way. It make me think about Solomon as well. Solomon, his servants, when Queen Sheba came to visit King Solomon, when she walked in, the servants, the doorkeepers, the waiters, and the people who come and do fix the table, they look like kings. And she was taken back. How's the servants and the doorkeepers so fresh and elegant and spot on that I almost could say you could be the king? Until she seen Solomon coming down them stairs. Then she knew what time it was. But the point is, man, in the kingdom, because when we say in the kingdom, people think in heaven. No, when the Israelites rule on earth, everybody gonna know who the Israelites are. You know how today we could say, well, I don't know who your father is. And you might say, well, I don't know, because he came from England, and my great grandfather came from this place. No, in the kingdom, it ain't gonna be none of that. Israelite foreigner. Look, the Lord going, if you got Israelites look like Esau today in the kingdom, they ain't gonna look like Esau no more, man. You had a brother in England, I believe. His wife had a dream about that. I believe she looked like an Edomite now, and in a dream, she looked down and it was streets paved with gold, and she seen herself, and she was looked like a so-called black woman. It was like about 2-3 years ago. That brother went into a video on that. But in the kingdom, ain't nobody go be wondering nations who the Israelites. I don't know you. He might in vocab in the kingdom go say, "Well, get a blood test." Everybody gonna know who the Israelites are. Why? Because we gonna look like the man himself. We gonna be like the man himself. We gonna shine like Yahawashi himself, man. This Judges 8:18 again. It says, "Then Gideon asked Zebah and Zalmunna, the men you killed at Tabor, what were they like? Like you," they replied. "They all had the look of a king's son." Verse 19, "They were my brothers, the sons of my own mother," Gideon exclaimed. The point is, the reason why I'm getting this because I was reading Judges earlier. And when I read this, Gideon was asking, look, what, tell me about those men y'all killed back there. They said, man, they look like shit, sons of kings. They was on point. And he said, yeah, that was my family. That was the point is, we gonna be like that. That's what made me think of this lesson. We gonna be just like that in the kingdom. Let's read it in the KJV. I'm gonna read both verses. Judges 8:18. Then said he unto Zebah and Zalmunna, what manner of men were they whom ye slew at Tabor? And they answered, as thou art, so were they. Each one resembled the children of a king. And in the kingdom, each Israelite go resemble the son of a king. Let's get this real quick. 1 John 3, and we're going to go back to that. In the kingdom, each one of us, from the first to the last, go resemble the image of a king, man. Not a king, the king. This 1 John 3 and 2. It says, 1 John 3 and 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High, right? The sons of a king. Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Check this out, verse 2. And beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be. Right now, as we speak, as far as August the 3rd go, 2024, we know we the sons of the Most High, the sons of Yahawashi, the rulers of the world, who the world was even made for after Yahawashi. Now, nobody wouldn't consider that we gonna rule next, but more so in this context, we gonna be changed. We gonna have new bodies. We ain't gonna be the same. We gonna be looking like the sons of a God, of a power. We ain't gonna be sneezing no more after this and headaches, brothers. We at the Passover in the kingdom, and brothers asking Yahawashi for ibuprofen. You see, goody powder. And sneezing. Oh, he got a call in because he think he got CV19 symptoms. No, we gonna have new bodies, man. Now, we know we gonna have new bodies and the laws gonna be in them, but we don't know exactly what they gonna look like. Even in Yahawashi, we know he a dark-skinned man. He got, the woolly hair and the beard and it's gray. I mean, the grayish white, but we don't know exactly how he looked though. You see? So the same thing for us. We know we the sons of God now, but we don't know how it's going to be, and neither do the world. It says, beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High. Now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be. Here it is. But we know, see some, so this is something we know, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Come on, man. And a little bit that we do know about the Lord, when he come, we gonna see that. We're gonna see that dark-skinned man on a chariot, mad, shooting flames of fire. Come on, man. What we expect to see, we gonna see that and more in that day. And Lord willing, what we hoping for, our expectation to get beamed up and meet him up there in them new bodies, Lord willing, the Most High is a part of his story. That be fulfilled, man. The point is, we gonna be changed and see this man face to face one day, and he gonna make us like him. And then we go come down and just live after that. Just live, just enjoy creation, how it's supposed to be as God's, how it was supposed to be for Adam and them in the beginning. But it says, beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him. Hey, make us like Yahawashi, for we shall see him as he is. So going back to this Judges, when Gideon asked these two kings of the Midianites about his family, the same go, in a spiritual sense, sin this happened to them back then. In a spiritual sense, this is how it's gonna be for Israel once you see an Israelite in the kingdom. Judges 8 and 18. Then said he unto Zebah and Zalmunna, what manner of men were they whom ye slew at Tabor? And they answered, as thou art, so as you are, Gideon, as thou art, so were they. Each one resembled the children of a king. Right? Each one of us in once Yahawashi come back, all Israelites go resemble the children of a king, man. It says, and it's how Gideon responded. And he said, they were my brethren, even the sons of my mother, right? They my family. We all the same people. We are children of the king. But as the Lord liveth, even if you have saved them alive, I would not slay you. Right? And again, I mentioned King Solomon. Solomon's servants was just like him, to the point that even Sheba, she looked at them and was in awe at his servants, to the point that if them servants would have went in any other province, they for sure would have looked better than the king over there. Everybody go be on point. Let me get this in Isaiah 60. I think it's Isaiah 61. How I say all nations go acknowledge us, that we the children of the Israelites. Let me see. Let me get that real quick. It's Isaiah 61. Now this going into the kingdom of heaven. Let me see where we're gonna start. Let's start at 4. Let's start at 5 because we're going to the heathens building up our kingdom, which shows when heaven start, all nations ain't gonna be on the same level. All nations gonna be there, but we ain't gonna be on the same level. Just like now, as Esau ruling, all nations not on the same level. So when heaven start, because it ain't start yet, yeah, you got a spiritual realm where people die and their spirits go up, but the kingdom of heaven, see, that's the thing. The kingdom of heaven ain't even start yet, physically. Because it started by word of word, but physically it ain't even start yet. It's a lesson right there. It says, but let's start right here. Verse 5, Isaiah 61 and 5. And strangers, which are the heathens, and strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien, which are the heathens, shall be your plowmen and vine dressers. Meaning what? Just like they had us in the fields, picking cotton and doing all that, they will be in the fields. Them and their sons, their children, they will be in our fields. Yes, in the kingdom of heaven, heathens will be in the fields, plowing, feeding flocks. It says, but ye, so us as Israelites, but ye shall be named the priest of Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, and men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. So look, they gonna be bringing us all they riches. We gonna be bragging, look, stunting on them. Stunting on them. You know, you know, Jake on, how they do the money phone nowadays with the dollars. I'm gonna have a couple gold bars they bring to me and do the money phone with the gold bars. We'll be stunting on them, right? And in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. It says, for your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion, for in their land they shall possess double, everlasting joy shall be unto them. So because of what we went through, the Lord gonna give us double. But this is the point I want. Verse 9, and their seed, whose seed? Us as Israelites. And what, like it said in Gideon, what seeds? Those who resemble the children of a king. Because in Isaiah 61, in the kingdom, when heaven start, it says, Isaiah 61 and 9, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. And all that see them shall acknowledge them that they are the seed which Yahweh have blessed. Come on, man. So even in the kingdom, the heathens gonna have to admit, man, look, the Lord blessed y'all. They're gonna have to now. They don't want to admit it. Look, in the kingdom, vocab. See, in the kingdom, one day vocab. If you are Edomite, which, hey, if Lord willing, if you are Edomite, Lord willing, you see, you in the kingdom gonna be saying, y'all the Israelites. You ain't gonna be speaking the same thing you speaking now. You see, and that's the beauty of the Lord's word, man. Prophecy. Who cares if the people don't believe in what we saying now? Eventually, everybody gonna have to believe it. They're gonna be forced to believe it. Because right here it says in the kingdom that the heathens gonna do what? Verse 9, and their seed, talking about the Israelite seed, bloodline, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles. See, so in this day, everybody gonna know who the Israelites and who not. Ain't gonna be no such thing as an Israelite foreigner. I don't know, brother. Where your fathers go back to? Where you from? You from Africa? No, you a Hamite. Ain't gonna be no more of that. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles. I don't know that Edomite could dance. You think he a Jake? You feel me? You think he a Jake? No, we gonna know who Israel is in that day, man. It's gonna be a difference. Not just because he could dance. No, look at his body. They ain't gonna shine like us. They ain't gonna have the bodies we have. Come on, man. We gonna be on a different level, a stature, a look, a dress, a way gonna be about us that the nations ain't gonna have. I'm talking to the first Israelite being Yahawashi, to the last Israelite being I don't know who. But Yahawashi will be on a far greater level than anybody. Even in Ezra's dream, before he came out the chariot, in the chariot, with the elite of the elites, with the, that 1%, in this world, you got the 1%, the elites. This is how cold Yahawashi is. Among the elites of Israel, Yahawashi still stood out. Ezra said, in the midst of all these great people, who is this young man taller than all the rest who I'm marveling at? So that shows us Yahawashi will be on a level that ain't nobody gonna get to. Just him. He earned it. Because without him, we wouldn't have no level, status, a king or a priest. Then after him, King David, and King David gonna be the man. I'm sure you're gonna have his glory. Because his promise in the scriptures, the Lord ain't promised him that way back then just cause for him not to be some type of, you know, be on some type of status in the kingdom. But then I'm sure the rest of the 12, because he was one of the 12, he was the one of the 12 being Peter, but the rest of the 12, and then everybody down in 144,000, then a 1/3, then all Israel gonna be blessed through Yahawashi being blessed, man. Again, Yahawashi was made in the image of the Most High, and he go come back and he gonna make the nation in the image of him. We gonna be like him. Man, that's cool. We gonna be like Yahawashi, man. Niggas wanna be like Mike. Make jump from the free throw line. Make me like Yahawashi. It says, verse 9, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which Yahweh hath blessed. Come on, man. We're gonna be like the Lord in the kingdom. Everybody gonna know the Lord blessed. So when they see us, they're gonna know we blessed, because we're gonna have what he let's end it off on that. We're gonna have what he was given. We're gonna have what he was given. Nobody, no Israelite gonna be lacking. See, that's the beauty of our kingdom as Israelites. It's gonna be different from every other kingdom. I'm talking about this too, but what I'm about to say, I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about the structure and you know, the beauty of it. That's gonna be to another level. We're gonna have the most advanced society. Esau think he doing something with what he got in Times Square, all the lights and the LEDs and the billboards. That's light work. We're gonna have the most advanced society. People, look, I would have thought in 2020, 20 something, 50, 40 something, it was gonna have flying cars. Come on, man. We're gonna be far more advanced. But the point I want to make as a nation, though, when you look back in history, when you had these other nations rule, for example, you had Pharaoh ruling. Yeah, Pharaoh, him and his family, him and his officers, they ruled, but you had some Egyptians was poor, wasn't doing good. When you go to the Persian and the Medes, yeah, Cyrus was the man and Xerxes was the man, but you had some Persians and Medes that wasn't doing too well. When you go to the Greek Empire and you go down these different empires, yeah, you had people of the nation as prominent and wealthy, but you had also people of the ruling nation who was losing. Just like today, you have some Edomites, you in your heaven, but you losing. We talking about trailer park trash, homeless Edomites. Yeah, we know we got blacks, Hispanics living the same struggling, but the thing is, it's made for us to be in these conditions. You supposed to be living right now. And not just that, with nations ruling, how you struggling in your rulership, but you have some slaves, black people, as you would think, Mexicans, Asians, come over here in America and have better jobs than you. The reason I say all that is because when we rule as Israelites, you ain't gonna have no poor Israelite. That's the difference. When we rule, you ain't gonna have no Israelite at the red light. You see, when we ain't gonna have no red lights anyway, but spiritually speaking, when you stop your chariot to look at some scenery, you ain't gonna have no poor Israelite with a can asking for some gold shekels. Asking, hey, you good man, let me y'all hiring. You ain't gonna have no, come on, man. You ain't gonna have no Israelite talking about, oh, yeah, I represent Hoover. We all gonna be on point. We all gonna be rich. Look, see, even saying rich, I feel like that's an understatement for what we really gonna have. Rich is a word for this world. Rich is a come on, man. We talking about true wealth. No dollars, money, no paper. No, none of that. Real land. We look, and we ain't talking about land, we talking about planets. See, it's gonna be way more than we can even expect. I see the brother put it on the chat. Bear of Yahawashi. This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 9. But as it is written, I have not seen, neither, Slaki, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High have prepared for them that love him. And you know what's cool about this scripture? When we, sit amongst each other, brothers talk about, man, the kingdom, I'm going to do this, and man, we're going to do this, and I can't wait to see this. And the things we say, is so far out to where if a person of this world would hear us overhear these conversations, they would think we bugged out. Because according to this world, the things that we talk about what we're gonna do in our kingdom is so far out for this world. The reason is, if we can say things like in the kingdom, brother say, man, we gonna fly from this planet to this planet, man, I'm gonna go swim under the water, I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom and swim with Leviathan. You see? For example, brothers out here, been fishing. I'm telling brothers, look, I'm gonna put an Edomite at the end of a fishing pole for bait, and I'm gonna put him down to the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna fish with Leviathan. But the thing is, if we can say things like this, and this scripture say what we gonna see and how we gonna live, can't even come into our mind. What is that like? Again, if the things we say is so far out according to the people of this world, if what we say seems impossible for this world, but the Lord is saying what we really gonna see and get can't even come into our mind, how far out you think this really about to be, man? If the things that we talk about not is light work in the kingdom, to where brother say, man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that in the kingdom, we probably ain't even gonna never do because we doing something else. We probably ain't even go think about what we talking about right now. You see? But right. But let's go to this and I'm gonna end it. Let's get this. This Psalms chapter 2, and we're gonna start at 6. It says, yet I have set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. So this is the Most High talking about his son Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. It says, yet I have set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord have said unto me, the Lord Yahweh have said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Right? So the point we read from verse 7 on down, this is what the Most High, right, with the world, who the world called God, this is what he is telling his son. From the 7th verse on down, I will declare the decree, the Lord have said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the heaven for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. So that's what the Most High told his son. I'm going to give you the heathens for an inheritance, and I'm going to give you the whole world as a possession. And you're going to break these heathens, you see, like potter, man. Well, let's see what Yahawashi going to tell his governing body, who's just going to, roll on down to the nation. Like it's saying Psalms 149, dishonor have all his saints. But literally, what the Most High told his son, look, I'm going to give you this. Yahawashi backdoing and telling us as the nation, well, starting with the 144,000, look, I'm giving this to y'all. I'm giving this to y'all. It says Revelation 2 and 25. Now, this Yahawashi speaking to us, as we just read what his father told him. Why should he going to tell us? But that which ye already have, verse 25, Revelation 2 and 25, but that which ye already have, hold fast till I come. And what do we have right now? This truth. Right, the things we talking about, even, bro, it's Saturday in the noontime, and we talking about some impossible things, us fishing for Godzilla and ruling the world with with the man who's sitting down on the right hand. Come on, these things are far-fetched, but right, hold that fast though, because it's true. It's gonna happen. It says, but that which ye already have, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, and that's another thing, not just the faith, but keep doing the work unto the end. Lord, what do we do? It says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Well, what the Most High told you, Yahawashi? I'm going to give you the heathens for your inheritance. Well, right here, Yahawashi said, well, I'm going to give y'all power over the nations. And what else? And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father. So literally what the Most High gave his son, Yahawashi gonna give that to us as his sons, man. Because in fact, we Yahawashi's sons. Yeah, the Most High, our Father. But Yahawashi, in a way, yeah, he our Father too. Didn't he create us? Didn't he? Did not he create us? See, the Most High ain't even create us. Yahawashi created us, man. Hey, what's one of his titles in Isaiah? What it is? The 6th chapter? No, the 9th chapter. The mighty God, the everlasting Father. Because what the Most High did in truth, what the Most High, especially when Yahawashi come down, this is all a story about the Most High and himself. But he got Yahawashi playing him. And that's why in what that is, First Corinthians the 15th chapter says that the Most High put everything under Yahawashi. The only thing ain't put under Yahawashi is the one who gave him everything, which is the Most High himself, the Most High Yahweh. But when he ruled, in a sense, Yahawashi is gonna be like the God on earth, man. He gonna play that role. He said, all judgment given unto him. He said that over 2,000 some years ago. How much more when he come back in his glory? But the Most High gonna let his sun shine now, man. That's what this about. This about Yahawashi shining now. And in him shining, now therefore the servants can shine. Like he gave a parable earlier. We ain't go come off the field and eat before him. No, we be girding and serving now. Then once he done eat, then we can eat. But the Most High, he about to let his son get his shine, man. He about to let Yahawashi get his shine. Hey, John 17. I'm gonna end it with John 17. Yahawashi said, Father, bring me back to that glory that I had with you since the world was. Well, now the world about to see what glory that was. What glory the Most High gave his son. What is that like? We about to see it when he come back. And he gonna give part of that to his brothers, man. You see? But I'm gonna end it right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Just wanted to touch on that. Like I said, I was reading the book of Judges earlier, and what they told Gideon about his family, that reminded me of how we go be in the kingdom, being in the image of Yahawashi. I'm gonna read this one more time. This Judges 8 and 18. Then said he unto Zebah, talking about Gideon. Then said he unto Zebah and Zalmunna. And Zebah and Zalmunna is two kings of the Midianites. It says, then said he unto Zebah and Zalmunna, what manner of men were they whom ye slew at Tabor? So he asked them, what type of people this was that you killed at Tabor? And here it is. And they answered, as thou art, so were they. Each one resembled the children of a king. So they said, just as you is, Gideon, so was they. They had the same look, the same way, the same everything, the same demeanor. Right. Each one resembled the children of a king. And what Gideon said, he said, right. They were my brethren, even the sons of my mother. So we gonna have the same look, manner about us, same way about us, same glow about us, because our king gonna have the glow. As Yahawashi is, so are we. Each one gonna have the resemblance of a king, and that's Israel. Yashala, princes of the power, right? Son of a king, son of a king, right? Each one of us gonna have the resemblance or resemble. That's what they say. Each one resembled. So, like I've been saying, resemblance, but it says, and so were they. Each one resembled the children of a king, man, and that's Israel. Yashala, prince of a power, and a prince is a son of a king, man. You see? But I'm gonna end it right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Con, bro, this is the best conversations. Con. We'll get this in our end of this. First Corinthians 15 and 54. So when this corruptible have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. And we gonna win. Matter of fact, the next verse say that we gotta get that. And we go win through who? Since the lesson was really about Yahawashi, we go get the victory through who? This First Corinthians 15 and 54 again, it says, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. But thanks be to the Most High, so the water to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach, the Wadi Yahawashi Yahawashi. That's how we gonna win. Yahawashi. Revelation 12 said that too. And this specifically for this time, that we gonna overcome this world by what? The blood of Yahawashi and the testimony, which we got the testimony because of Yahawashi blood. So in other words, the way we gonna win is because of who? Yahawashi, man. He said it in John 15. We can do nothing without him. Or without him, we can do nothing. But thanks be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. So therefore, we seeing this, we got this hope. Verse 58, and therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain, right? What we doing, Lord willing, ain't for nothing. That it is going to pay off. You see, so that when Yahawashi come, we could be in that chariot with him, being crowned to the point to where he could see himself in us. You know, but I'm in it right there. I just want to touch on that. You know, it says the Israelites will be like Yahawashi, as the ruler of the city is, so are the people. But Lord willing, this lesson, this lesson was edifying. Ate the water for tuning in. And once again, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rachak Wadash. And with that, Shalom.